Spring football has sprung the 2-minute drill. Eugene Obah with you, and there has been a lot of chatter about Diego Pavia. He was undrafted. He was suggested actually by Pat McAfee that he go. You saw the tweet probably that he go to the UFL. Now the Ravens have kind of sort of maybe for now at least has short circuited that because of that 3-year deal, but but there is maybe a case that if this whole stuff with the Ravens, the sort of undrafted free agent deal that they apparently signed, if that doesn't work out, then there may very well be a path to the UFL. Now, I will say, I will preface what I'm about to say here by saying that I think Diego Pavia, he is too much of a head case for my taste, too much of kind of what I see sometimes over at RJ Bentley's in College Park, Maryland. Too many frat bro type of mentality. The association with Johnny Manziel doesn't really help matters. And really, I think he is a textbook definition of a Napoleon complex, not too far from a guy I used to work with many moons ago. So there's that. So that doesn't really help matters. And if he's 6 feet, by the way, there's also the whole thing that he's kind of small, to be a quarterback in the NFL. If he's 6 feet, like it says on the Vanderbilt roster page, then boy, I must be Harry Styles. But look, in having said all that, the stats are undeniable. You have 71% completion percentage, over 3,500 yards. I mean, he led the SEC in completion percentage, 29 touchdowns, 8 picks, 170 passer rating. So the stats are undeniable, but he is just way too much of a head case. But having said all that, he could very well work as a little bit of Broadway, a little bit of stunt casting, and probably ain't nothing wrong with that because a lot of the times when I talk to other friends of mine about the UFL, the common refrain that I will get is, Eugene, I really don't know anybody. There are no real stars, that sort of thing. I think that there are stars in the UFL in their own right. They may not have the wattage of, say, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, that sort of thing. But I do think the fact that in the UFL, everybody's kind of sort of on a level playing field, I think lends to great discovery. I mean, Jake Bates is certainly a prime example of that. So again, the stunt casting for somebody like Diego Pavia being in the UFL, that will bring instant wattage, instant ratings. You probably, depending on the team, and some teams could use a lot of help in the attendance front, it could very well help in that regard. Now, Kay Adams, she hosts a show on FanDuel, Up and Adams. She asked Joel Klatt about the possibility of Pavia being in the UFL.
His best move is probably UFL because he's just going to be, at this point, I hate to say it, but like at best a practice squad guy. Like I went that route. It's hard. I was an undrafted free agent. It's very difficult just to get reps. And yet you could be the focal point of a franchise in the UFL. Now, do you want to do that? I don't. Hopefully I do those UFL games. That would be sweet for the league and certainly an avenue for him to go out there and potentially have success and get notoriety and continue to be out in the forefront.
You're a UFL guy. That's why I thought I'd ask you about it, because I feel like developmentally,
we'd love to have him.
Yeah, wouldn't that be better for him, even just to develop as a quarterback, a leader, mature, whatever you want to say? I'd rather see that than him sitting on a practice squad somewhere. That's how I
totally agree with you.
Yeah, go to the UFL where you can see you.
This is coming from somebody who announces a lot of the Fox games in this league. Again, could this work? I don't know. Maybe I'd take a flyer on him, but I do prefer to have kind of sort of the steady growth instead of something that could be a sugar high that crashes down. And that leads to the article that was posted on Sports Business Journal. The UFL's ratings are up overall through the 5 weeks up 3%. The ESPN, ABC, NFL Network ratings are up 11%. You guys know how I feel about the ABC broadcast. The public are showing that. Now, pay attention, folks. One thing that people should pay attention to is the fact that ESPN struck a deal with the CW in terms of streaming the CW's sports properties on the ESPN app. If this league is to survive, if the UFL is to survive, then definitely this could have broader implications in terms of having another network have some inventory within this. So do pay attention to that. It's not far-fetched. You look at the college football playoff, some of those games are sub-licensed to TNT. So definitely this is something to watch out for. And finally, I'm going to do a little quick pickup. You saw my pick for the Kings Battlehawks game over on the Spring Football Has Sprung Twitter, but for the other three tonight, give me the Aviators for that game. Saturday afternoon game for the Defenders. Defenders, I think, are going to win that one. And Sunday, it's going to be the Storm that's going to win this. An easy bounce back. So let's see what happens with these games. We'll be back with a full show next week. And until then, please don't fumble in the end zone.